So this week's player that we're going to get on is from FiveFears. Is it worked? Gunz.
Hey.
So this is remarkable because we have Gunz on camera, which is something of a rarity. So Gunz, hello and welcome.
Thanks, Greybeard. How's it going, guys?
It's going fabulous. Now we're going to get things. So we discussed this last week when we had Sweaty on. We kind of just barreled in there and we hadn't really put much thought into what we were going to ask and all of that sort of thing. So I asked Bromeo and he's come up with Bromeo.
This was his first mistake. Let's make this fit. That was his first mistake. He asked me for my opinion.
So we're going to start off. What did you call it, Bromeo? Bromeo's 5 what?
5 questions, 5 Qs.
Okay, Bromeo's 5 Qs. Quick fire questions and answers. So, Bromeo, over to you. Strap in, Gunz.
Yeah, so this is the first time I'm doing it, so you get to be the guinea pig. But I also need to say, you're by no means required to answer these questions, and you don't have to answer truthfully either. You can make it up.
Excellent.
All right, so first question. Gunz, outside of Rocket League, what team do you support?
I support United.
All right, I'm so sorry.
That's disappointing.
Next question. What's your middle name? If you don't have one, make it up.
Jerry.
Jerry. Gunz. Jerry. Okay, that flows.
That
flows. I
Jerry.
can see why you did that. Yeah, Gunz. Jerry. Nice. Who is your favorite Rocket League player?
My favorite Rocket League player, probably Tristan.
All right,
oh, that's a fantastic answer. Well done.
And what's his middle name?
I don't know. Nigel.
Nigel. Okay. All right, Tristan, Nigel. That also makes sense. And final question. If you weren't playing Rocket League, what would you be doing instead?
I'd probably be living my life. Not playing
grass.
Yeah, basically that.
It's a roundabout. It's a roundabout way of asking you if you're good at anything else.
You see,
I'm not.
You see, man, I'm a jack of all trades. I just don't show it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
He's a jack of having traits.
Exactly.
Okay, Gunz. So let's get down to it. We had a brief Discord exchange after the first Open, and I know you would have been in the thick of the disappointment of the time. But now, with a week and a bit of distance and thinking about it, take us through that weekend. How you're feeling? Where did it? What happened there? And are you ultimately happy with the result?
I mean, so first of all, I was on vacation for the whole regional. I was staying at David's house or To Die for a whole week. So I played Swiss at his house and on a laptop on like 200 ping. Mm-hmm. And then for the second main event, I played at the Airbnb in the kitchen. So, I mean, what can I say? As well as I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I always want to win. So it was kind of a little bit annoying that we were up 3-1 and we still lost. But I mean, there's still the whole season up. So.
And how close do you feel you and the Pioneers are? FiveFears and the Pioneers, is that a team you're confident you can beat? And I mean, we asked Sweaty a similar question, and he acknowledged that the two teams are close, but obviously he's confident that they can beat you guys consistently. But what are your thoughts on the skill? How close are these two rosters?
You see, man, if I had to compare them as Ronaldo to Messi, I'm definitely Messi. I'm definitely the best. But I mean, it can go either way, to be honest. It just depends on the day, you know.
Mm. Okay, so close enough that it comes down to who's in the zone on the day.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I was trying to hint at.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I mean, we definitely knew coming into this regional that there was two teams to be keeping an eye on. Obviously, FiveFears and the Pioneers. I mean, at Game 7 for the finals and the regionals, I think that was beyond evident. One of the questions that I kind of have is, your team is notoriously, some of the players on there, very vocal. So I was just kind of curious, like, how the chemistry's going, and like if there is anybody that kind of steps up and has that lead voice on the roster.
I mean, to be honest, it's really like, I think people that aren't in the team make it seem like a lot worse than it is. Like we're all pretty like close friends with each other, like ever since we started teaming. So like I think we all have the same goal. Like we all want to win. So like I think the vibes are high, like mentality's up. I don't think we've had like a super like down, like in the gutters moment. So I think it's pretty good, to be honest.
And I just want to jump in here and saying you did the the last regional in the kitchen of an Airbnb. So let's just call that one an away fixture. Okay. Now put me into, what does a home fixture look like? Is that, what sort of benefits do we have there?
You see home fixture like 4-0, just like that, 4-0. Like just
okay.
In
All
and
right.
out.
And so no results. Sure, I get it. The confidence is high. You're running it good, but I'm talking about the infrastructure, the changing rooms, the facilities. What does Gunz's prep into one of these games look like?
Gunz's prep, probably eat food like while I'm playing, and then have a little
because
bit of water.
time efficiency. Yeah, I get that.
Exactly. You got to stay on the grind. Like
in
Cape
grind
Town,
doesn't stop.
Like, yeah. Who was next to me? Strodic and his girlfriend were sitting next to me while I was playing the finals. So
okay, yeah. So obviously we're in like an official capacity or as fans. Which way?
Nah. You see, man, like personal trainers and mental coach.
And not even a nutritionist, because you said you were eating.
No. I was eating.
Okay, no. Okay, I got you.
So I was eating Oreos in the middle.
But seriously, it must be quite a schlep to play out of a kitchen in an Airbnb. Do you think, in the comfort of your own home, that definitely makes a big impact? Because skills never stop, the grind never stops, and you showed you did it quite well. How much of an impact do you think it actually makes?
I think, to be honest, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, I think if you're super uncomfortable, then it makes like a big difference. But like, if you were there like a few days before, like just getting into it, I think you can kind of get used to it in like a decent amount of time, like 2 days, maybe 1 day. But other than that, like, it was honestly just a bad weekend or bad final from all of us. So
well, like my last take on that, and you say it was a bad final, but us on the desk were going, that was possibly one of the best finals we've seen. So not the result you wanted, but SSA sure was loving that final all the way until Game 7. So sometimes a little bit of perspective. You didn't get the result, I get that, and it was very clear you guys could have just as easily taken it. So I get the disappointment, but I also think, from an outsider perspective, it's never been more fun to support SSA. So I think that's been really, really cool so far. And I'm not sure if you've picked up on the increased amount of vibes. Is that any different from the player perspective?
I mean, it's obviously I can't speak English. Sorry. It's obviously like a lot nicer to have a lot more SSA representation in like the top 4 and like finals and stuff, as well as like I feel like a lot of people can support the region a lot more, especially like the teams that they like, without like a full EU team just sweeping them like that.
So okay, well, give us a broader view of how do you view, from what you've experienced this last regional and generally from what you see. I mean, you're down in the trenches, the health of competitive Rocket League in the region compared to, let's say, I mean, I think your debut was what, close to 3 years ago now, when your first Huh?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It was, yeah, okay. It was 3 years ago. It was late in 2022.
He's like, I'm going to ask you a question. Make it sound like a question, but it's actually a statement.
Yeah. So compared to back then, like 3 years ago, and then we had the roster craziness, and I'm not quite sure what to make of that period. But where we are now, how do you view the health of competitive Rocket League in the region?
I think back then it was just like everybody was laid back. It was just like playing for fun, like free money, like, and especially like when the region got opened, I feel like a lot of people, or a lot of like the newer players like Ravi, Devour, Zani, Teshtau, like all started getting a lot better. Like before the region unlocked, I remember I've never heard of any of those players in my whole life. But I feel like it's a lot more competitive, especially now, because I feel like everybody's gotten a lot better and gotten a lot more influenced by all the EU players, especially like playstyle wise. So I feel like, especially the top 8 to 16 can go like any way, like literally anybody can make top 8.
And then turning to a more serious question. I know, I mean, you've had your. There's been fun and games with where I think your volatility has sort of spilled over and created issues either with other players or just by and large in the community. Is that something that you feel like? Well, has it been? Do you feel like you've addressed it? How have you addressed it, or is it not something you feel you've had to address?
Honestly, like the past 2 years, I made a lot of mistakes. Like I let my ego get in the way of everything. But I feel like in the last 9 months to a year, I've gotten a lot better. Especially like I've been a lot nicer to people. I don't know why. I just felt like it took too much effort to be toxic. So, and I'm getting a lot older. So
Fair enough.
I realized like you shouldn't burn your bridges, like because you might need to use them one day. Like
I really like that. Too much work to be toxic.
He's not wrong though.
Yeah, no,
it takes a lot of effort. It does. It does.
Oh, so okay. So Tekos, is Tekos still in South Africa, or has he gone back home and coming back out for Open 2?
Yeah, he's at home right now in Spain, but he is coming back for all the regionals.
Okay.
So
and then
should be here pretty soon.
All right, cool. Borky.
Yeah, and so just to kind of jump on to like asking about Tekos, I know that you've had a little bit of exposure with teaming with some of the imports. I believe it was last season you were on Cristobal Cologne at some point. What is it like playing with Tekos, and like, is there any like real barriers there with like the differences of the regions, or?
I mean, honestly, like except for his past, he's quite a nice guy. I honestly see him as like our main leader or like captain of the team. I mean, we have 2 leaders, Snowy and Tekos, but like Tekos like kind of guides us to how we want to play and like the way we should set up things. So I feel like he's a lot more understanding, especially since he was a lot better in EU compared to like the SSA scene. So I feel like he's had a lot more exposure to like better coaches, teaming with better players and stuff like that.
Now,
and don't mind me, I'm just hopping in here because we're talking about other players for a second, and I just want to get your opinion on this one, Gunz. Let's put aside your current team because we know that they're incredibly good, but you've been on a couple of rosters, and I've made a couple of jokes at your expense in my time. It's been a lot of fun, thank you. But who that you've played alongside do you reckon you've had the maddest chem with? Because we're talking about chemistry, we're talking about import players imparting knowledge. When you've like scrimmed with these guys, or played some ranked with these guys, like just give me a couple of players who you've just had like a really, really good time playing alongside.
Are we talking about like in game or like like in general?
No, in comp. You've played alongside
okay.
some of the region's best, so you're possibly the best person to ask this question.
Honestly, like he's very underrated. Snoozy. I think
Okay.
Snoozy's number one. I mean, I teamed with him for like 2 seasons or season and a half. But Snoozy, Ducklers when I first got into the scene. To Die For. I mean, we were playing basically the whole last season for VS. 2-time land champ. So like.
Yeah. Yep. 2-2. Yep.
And then this one's a little bit of a tricky one. Let's go with Daisy or Cam.
Cam. Do you still call him Daisy, or does everybody go by Cam now? Is like Daisy a dead name? Like, do we go there?
I mean, we call him Daisy, like
Nice.
To Die For, Snowy. I don't know why. Just sticks better.
That's how you know him. Yeah.
Oh, you've made me feel better because I will call him Daisy forever now because I love that name. Okay. Well, let's zoom out for a second. FiveFears picked you guys up. How did that all come about, and what's the relationship like with the org? Is there has the relationship deepened enough that you can comment on what they're like as an org? I mean, they're quite active in the scene on their socials and so on. So, tell us about FiveFears.
So when we first announced the roster, like they messaged us like as soon as like they saw it. So I think they were interested straight away. But honestly, I do really like this org, especially
If y'all don't follow
the community,
Greybeard,
especially
you need
the
to get
owners and stuff. They show a lot of support to us, like behind the scenes without anybody knowing. But I genuinely think it's one of the better orgs I've been on. And yeah, nothing much more to say.
Okay, well, there's a couple of chat questions. So your thoughts on Cosmico? That was sort of out of the blue, pretty sad. Thoughts on Cosmico shutting down?
What the org like?
Yeah.
I mean, it is disheartening. I mean, me and Syntex, the owner, had a little bit of a complication, but like I kind of looked past it, especially like the last few months. Like we kind of rebuilt our bridge together. But it's sad to let them go. But honestly, like I feel like real life is way more important than just a game. So especially if it's due to family or friends, like I'd rather take care of your family than have a little silly Rocket League org. Sorry.
No, that is fair enough. And the next question from chat was that question was from Jay, I think, by the way.
Jay's asking some cuck questions. You should actually ask. I should ask you this question in a friendly match: West Ham versus Man U, who wins?
United's always winning.
Yeah, no. I feel that way as well. I'm not sure why. I don't know West Ham that well. I'm not sure too many people in this region do, but I've heard that they're an all right team, just not always in the Premier League.
Yeah, in and out.
Yeah, no, up and down. Way of life. It is the way it is. GB. Back to you.
So Bruv has asked 2 questions. The first is, how do you speed flip? So give us a deep tutorial on that. But never mind that. Next question. So let's say you lose one of the roster. Tekos or Snowy become unavailable for whatever reason, and you can take your pick of anybody else in the region. Who do you pick?
Darth.
If I had to pick one, I mean, I'm going back to my good old pick, Snoozy. Just what a guy.
I have a question about Snoozy, Gunz, and because I agree with you. I saw Snoozy also back before the region madness, back in the first and second season of RLCS, and I thought he was going to be one of the the top 3 players of the region. I thought he was exceptional, but he sort of seems to blow hot and cold in terms of how seriously he takes Rocket League. And I mean, he did well. They made top 8, and then nobody showed up because they all had made other plans for the for the weekend. But do you see Snoozy taking things more seriously in Rocket League? Because I think if he does, he could absolutely be up at the top there.
I mean, he's always like never made it his main focus. Like, I don't know. I don't think he really enjoys the game that much. I think he just plays for the extra cash. But I mean, I went out with him a lot when I was in Cape Town.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I think he could be like really, really good.
Mm.
But I think he's just playing for fun, to be honest.
Mm.
And sorry, to go back when you said they didn't make it. So Snoozy had his sister's graduation at Stellies, so he couldn't make it. And then I don't want to happen to Tristan. I think Tristan went out or something.
He went on holidays, what I heard.
Oh no. I think. Oh no. He had a wedding or something.
Not his own.
No, his own.
Wild.
Oh, that is crazy. Okay. All right, fine. Well, there was another question I had, and it's kind of failed me. I don't think anyone else is coming up with any brilliant questions in chat just yet. Borky, Bromeo, any other questions?
So we're talking about.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Borky.
Romeo.
No,
mine's not.
No,
Okay.
you. You go.
You were talking about eating Oreos during the final. What is your go-to snack whenever you are playing in RLCS?
Well, I have them right here.
Either this, proudly sponsored by.
What is that? Is that dried fruit?
Woolworths sweets.
Fruit. Oh my word.
Tables. Yeah. Either that or dried apricot.
Dried apricots are valid. Okay, I will accept that answer. And my final question, it's not going to be, too hectic, but you've teamed up with Snowy and Tekos now, and you guys are proving to be a pretty damn solid team. Thoughts to the future now that you've played a split with them? Is this what future Gunz looks like for now?
I mean, don't you worry. Like, you know what they say. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. So, like, next regional, 4-0. Next regional, 4-0. Like,
just out there.
Just coming. You know what they say.
All right. Well, we haven't talked about a big thing, which is you leave on Thursday for the Rocket League World Cup. So some of Pioneers, some of FiveFears, you, Snowy, and to die for heading to Saudi. Have the 3 of you done much prep in terms of conversation or scrimming, or is there any kind of, has there been any preparation for that?
We have been scrimming like quite recently. There has been quite preparation. I mean, we got the team building at David's house, or me and David team building. So
Okay.
like the chem's already there. With Snowy's now in London, so it's quite hard to scrum, especially since it's on high ping. But we still try. So.
And how? I mean, the group you're in, we had a look at it last week, and in my mind, there is a world. There is a world if you guys play well and things kind of line up, that you make it through the group stage. I mean, you got France, which is like, okay, that's a wall, but
what do you mean? That's an easy dub, please.
How are we feeling about that? I mean, have you discussed what your realistic prospects are?
I mean, to be honest, like, obviously we want to make it out the group, but we did get the group of death.
Yes.
I mean, obviously group A is a lot easier, but honestly, I think we could beat 2 or 3 teams and maybe scam some wins.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, let's go through them. Australia.
He's trying to avoid this one.
Yeah. Hopefully Australia.
Who's on the Australian team?
I wish I knew as well.
I'm sure it's Banana Head, Torsos, and Fever, maybe. I don't know, but Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe if you'd come prepared, because if you're not sure who's on Australia, I'm not sure who's on Malaysia.
I
Sphinx.
mean,
Sphinx. Okay, he's out of APAC. He's a very good player, but you could beat Malaysia, right?
No. We're going to beat Malaysia, hopefully.
I actually think I have the.
and it was Belgium, right? Belgium's also
Belgium?
an easy dub. Yeah.
Yo, wait, who's Belgium?
Let's have a look. I'll tell you.
De Bruyne's from Belgium.
No. Oh no! Listen, Belgium is it's Atau, Astral, and Rizvox.
Oh, much easier
I don't
than
know
De
any of
Bruyne.
those players. I don't know any
Yeah,
of those
no,
players.
easy dubs. Me neither. I don't know them.
Astral's a bit of a has-been. I think the only tough one there is Atau, which is and then Netherlands. Netherlands is the other team you got to face, which is Joria's, Oli, and Mike Boy.
Yeah, who they? Yeah.
Still don't know there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mike Boy.
Same.
Mike Boy, I don't know. Maybe he brings the whole team down. All right. Well, so I mean, it's pretty cool. You leave on Thursday night, which means you'll get into Saudi Friday. The competition starts on Monday, so you got a few days to kind of get set up. And we know the Saudis from a hosting point of view are really, really good. So I think you'll be good and ready to go come Monday.
Yeah. You see, the only issue is kind of fractured my foot, so it's gonna be kind of.
You fractured your foot.
Yeah, I don't know. I broke it or fractured it somewhere in the middle. I have a.
During a speed flip or what?
Yeah. Like.
Seriously, how did that happen?
Just
What happened there?
That second flip cancel.
I actually don't know. I don't know. Like. I actually don't know. I did.
So are you in a cast or?
I have bandage.
Okay, well, travel's going to be cuck, but I think once you get there, you'll be fine. I'm dying to see your walkout. That's going to be wonderful to see.
Guys, you're gonna walk out like a Snoop Swag walk. I can see it. Like the.
Yeah, like a flamingo.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I don't have any more questions per se, but
Yeah.
I do have a well wish, a good luck. You're gonna go and represent our country, and despite all of the bullshit that we've been talking and all of that, I truly hope that you guys smack around a couple of those nations and do us proud. So I'll shut up with my bullshittery. I hope your foot feels better soon. But mostly, I hope you get to don that South African jersey and wear it with pride, and know that at least a couple guys from home are going to be watching you and hope you win.
Yeah, hopefully.
Gunz, is there a question we should have asked you?
Yeah, I have a few.
Okay, well, start with one. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. But I'm saying this in quotes, by the way. The Gunz. Why are you so handsome?
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, give us the whole list of questions, and we'll pick the best one of them.
I think that was just the primo question.
And then there's, wow, Gunz, how are you so nonchalant?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Gunz. I'll ask you one.
He's got one more.
Oh, one more. Shoot.
Wow, Gunz, how are you so humble?
It's the triptych. It's the trifecta. It just works well together. It's like a good pudding.
Exactly.
Oh my word! I've just seen out of retirement. Mr. Lowe is in chat. Unbelievable. Welcome back. Shout out from Gunz to Mr. Lowe. Okay, so why are you so nonchalant?
I'm just chilling, and that's about it.
All right, chillin' and thrillin'. Well, Gunz, I'm very pleased you came on. It's actually it's good to have this conversation, and I've enjoyed how far you've come, and very excited to see how far you can go. And I'm loving the fact that there is a real serious competition at the top of our region now with people we can get behind and support. So regional open number 2 starting on the 17th. Well, quals on the 10th, main event on the 17th. Good luck with that after your return from Saudi. So you've got a few weeks of jam-packed Rocket League. Good luck with it all. And once again, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, bye.
I'll check you soon.
It's been a pleasure. All right, peace.